What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Marvel Studios' new movie, Black Widow. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Black Widow is... Oh, snap. What happened? Yes. My opinion of Black Widow is... wow. Oh, damn. Well, if you're wondering, no, I'm not narcoleptic. I'm simply illustrating the fact that I almost fell asleep twice watching this movie. I'm gonna be blunt. I'm not gonna hold back. Are you ready? Okay, here it is. Black Widow the movie is boring. Let me say that again, just in case those of you sitting in the back didn't hear it. Black Widow is boring. Man, such a huge letdown because all these years you were anticipating and you were wishing for Marvel to give us a Black Widow standalone. And now that it's here, with the exception of a few action set pieces, the movie is mostly sluggish and dull, and most of their bonding conversations are not interesting, and it just drags and drags and drags. Not to mention it's also poorly structured, and it's annoyingly uneven, and it's terrible at executing their parallel action, in addition to the choppy editing. I take back everything I said about wanting to know more about Black Widow. Directed by Kate Shortland and produced by Kevin Feige, Black Widow is the first film in Marvel Cinematic Universe's Phase 4. Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow, confronts the darker parts of her ledger when a dangerous conspiracy with ties to her past arises. Pursued by a force that will stop at nothing to bring her down, Natasha must deal with her history as a spy and the broken relationship left in her wake long before she became an Avenger. Scarlett Johansson reprises her role as Natasha/Black Widow, co-starring Florence Pugh as Yelena, David Harbour as the Red Guardian, and Rachel Weisz as Melina. I should have known that this movie was gonna be a disaster. Right from when it opens with a lackluster, uninspiring start. I mean, what a waste of William Hurt's Oscar-winning talent, by the way. That should be a telltale sign that we are in for a bland and tedious ride. But credit where credit is due. I enjoy both Florence and David in particular. Those two have a surprisingly sharp comedic timing. They lighten the mood when things are becoming such a snoozer. Florence making fun of Black Widow's landing stance, and David owning his gut belly while rocking the Red Guardian suit. These are the little moments in this film that ease our numbness. I think when YouTubers do videos breaking down the anatomy of the fight scenes in Black Widow, they're gonna file it under the case study of what not to do. There's probably one or two involving the Taskmaster where they're pretty well staged, but for the most part, they're brief and unimpressive and redundant, and worst of all, they lack imagination. They're like old, tired, recycled choreographies that don't excite you one bit. I don't have any complaints about Scarlett Johansson's performance. I think she did the best she could with the material given to her, and she carries the burden of playing the title character just fine. However, she looks like she's ready to move on, but the biggest blame is on the script. The script's biggest fault is that it draws out what could have been, should have been, a much simpler, dysfunctional family dynamic. The tragedy drama part of it does not need to feel like some kind of a sophisticated Russian novel. And yet, they try way too hard. I kept looking at my wristwatch, wondering when the film would be over. And by the end of it, I feel relieved that I can now turn my attention to other actual stimulating contents. You might disagree, and that's okay, but in my honest opinion, Black Widow is one of the worst MCU movies ever.